Hello again. As you can tell, I'm playing more Aggron. Why? Because I find it really fun, even though it's probably a really boring deck to watch. Also, compared to my other decks, this one is easily my best. And this is a lot of nothing. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to draw into a switch, because I run so many of them. I actually have a number of switch in my deck. I'm just going to hope that the Empoleon deck, as I'm assuming it is due to Pinblup, doesn't get set up very quickly, because I might need a couple turns. Ow. So let's P-Calm 1 with these two Larons for another Aggron. Aggron's actually pretty cute. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And then let's evolve the active one and enter. I am basically waiting on the switch. A switcher or a supporter, either one. Okay, he discards a Mew EX. That's an odd choice, especially up against an Aggron deck. Since Aggron doesn't actually attack you, it doesn't make much sense, at least to me, to discard a Mew EX. Because the main drawback of Mew EX is that you give up 2 prizes when it's knocked out. But that doesn't really matter if it's not going to be knocked out. Anyhow, got on an Aggron, mill for 3. Very happy about that. I got rid of a Sharon, which is actually pretty good. Sharon and 2 more fighting energy. He seems to have a lot of fighting energy. This is probably, well, that probably means that this is an Empoleon Terrakion deck, if I had to guess. Still, I'm just waiting on a switch. There's the Empoleon. Very scary. 10 times number the amount of Pokemon play. Yeah, that's very scary, especially against my deck, because I have a lot of bench sitters going on. He's actually going to super rod back in his fighting energies, which is a good play. Ooh, I finally get a supporter. So let's evolve to mill. I get rid of a Terrakion. Okay, it's just normal Terrakion. That's probably what the deck is. Empoleon Terrakion. I feel like the Empoleon Terrakion deck used to be a lot more scary. Is that another Empoleon? Yes, got rid of an Empoleon. That's a big deal for me. So, I'm not sure which deck here actually counters the other, because I suffer from having a lot of bench sitters. So currently they're, what does, times 10 damage times the amount of Pokemon play. So if I have a full bench, it means he's dealing a lot of damage. On the downside though, he can't use Diving Draw, because if he does, it means that he goes through his deck faster, and I can deck him out easier. So right now I have 3, he has 5. He needs to play down 2 basics in order to knock me out. I'm not going to help him play down basics. I am just going to, I want to junk hunt, but what do I have to junk hunt for? Heavy balls, Devil Spray. Okay, that's worth it. So I'm just going to junk hunt for probably a de-evolution spray. And I could take a level ball and get down another Aggron, but like I said, that would make me easier to knock out. I kind of don't want to do that. But at the same time, I think Empoleon is going to get to the point where it just knocks out all the Sableyes anyway, at which point I'd rather mill faster. So let's go for that. I don't think I need a heavy ball. I have plenty of heavy balls. I do not need another one of those. I do need Devo Sprays to start milling. and he's going to flat out Juniper. Now that is actually pretty good for me. Downside is if he actually gets set up off of that, he could probably knock out a Sableye turn every turn for the rest of the game, which would be bad. Very bad. So he's currently sitting at 28 cards. He discards a Tool Scrapper and a Terrakion. I guess that makes sense since Retaliate won't be used, since I'm not going to be knocking anyone out. And he grabs a Mew EX. Now that doesn't make sense to me, because the first turn he discarded Mew EX, where he could have just played. Okay, whatever. I'll argue with him later. Okay, that's neat, I guess. That's a pretty nifty card. Its own right. He did plus power and all that shenanigans to get the knockout. So, since... how do I want to play this? Since I know that he reset the top 5 cards of his deck how he wanted them, I think I'm just gonna N. I'm gonna N to try to mess up whatever plan of action he had going for him. So part of this whole setup is I'm going to play all the cards in my hand. I don't want to play Heavy Ball because I can only grab it. Like, I can't evolve anything here. So whatever I grab, I just grab and then shuffle back in. So now I'm going to N. Since I don't take prizes, all my N's will always be for 6. If I keep drawing Sharons, that won't help. Yikes. That was a bad N. Oh boy. That was a very bad N. Ugh. Yikes. So I'm just gonna grab another Aggron, because I feel like I need more of them. Like, 3 Sharons? Really? All I needed was a switch. So, he's fine with playing down some more Pokemon, which means that he will be able to knock out somebody each turn. He actually takes the prize on the Lairon, which is his choice, I guess. I guess it's a good play. I don't know. I feel kind of iffy about it. Ooh, that wasn't a particularly pretty draw. Devo Spray. I can move over 6 next turn, which is nice. I can Crushing Hammer and miss, which is not so nice. And I guess I can Junk Hunt. And since he one-shots Sableye right now, fun. I kind of want to grab some way of getting out another Sableye. So like a level ball and a switch or something along those lines. But I feel like doing that would just put me back in the same rotation over and over and over again. So since I should have more Sableyes, more level balls, whatever in my deck, I'm just going to grab 2 Devo Sprays. Because Devo Sprays are something that without Sableyes I can't get back from my discard. And that's actually a big deal. Running a very, since you can only run 4 Devo Sprays in the deck. He's Sharons, which probably will help him more than it'll help me. I wish I could see how many cards are in his deck. Let me see. No! Let me see. Uh-oh. Yeah. The one problem with the mill deck is it gets noticeably harder if you can't see how many cards they're holding on to. Ooh, I did not draw the switch. That's all that I needed. I missed the Crushing Hammer again, which is oh well. You can only do so much. I'm gonna mill. Mill. I'm gonna try to keep it so that he shouldn't be able to one-shot a Laron, if I can do the math right. I'm not sure if I can. So 7. So as it stands right now, he can in theory one-shot a Laron if he puts down 2 more basics. For that reason, I'm actually going to hold on to my Sableye, just so that, since I don't have a way of switching him in right now, he cannot currently one-shot a Laron unless he actually plays down both basics. Downside is he does have a really big hand, so he probably... problem is, if he has the 2 basics and he plays them down, I'm stuck promoting another Aggron or Laron or something, and probably getting it killed as well. And that would just put me in a very bad position. I wish I could see how many cards he had left. I'm gonna hope that he doesn't have 2 basics in his hand. If he has 1, that's okay. I'm gonna hope that he doesn't have 2. Or 1 plus a plus power. So there's 1. And he has a plus power. Oh well. I tried. So that basically means that he can hit for 90 when it's needed. I actually get my Sableye switch, which is good. Downside is he only has 2 prizes left, which is very bad. I really need to stall with this deck, and unfortunately Empoleon just kind of attacks for low amount and attacks consistently, which is not so good. I do get my mill, 3-card mill, and I wish I could see how many cards that is. I only have 15 left, so I'm just gonna share, and I can't really Juniper. I guess I could, it just, ooh, this is almost worse. I'm gonna have to, I kind of hate doing this, but I think I'm gonna start using Confuse Ray. If I get heads, like so, I could actually stall for a turn. Empoleon actually has a 2 retreat cost, which is nifty, I guess. He has no other energy on the board, even. He's probably holding on to a bunch of water energy in hopes that if I Crushing Hammer off, he can just attach another one. Go for Confuse Ray. This is a really risky strategy on my part. He attacks. That's unfortunate, because that is probably gonna mark the end of the game. Since I can't give up another prize, it comes down to how he flips on. I could add him to 1, but that wouldn't actually help me because I'm trying to mill him. So I think I'll just discard top 3. Oh, whoa, he has 6 cards. I just got to see. That's cool. I wasn't able to see before. So I actually have enough cards left in my deck that I can Juniper without decking myself. What do I draw? I draw a bunch of random stuff. So I can't give up another prize or I lose. That's just guaranteed. I can Devo Spray him. So next turn I can evolve him. He has 6 cards left. That means I need to do that twice. I'm not sure if I can do that. Attack command currently is doing 50, 60, 70. 70 is enough to 2-shot me anyway. So let's try to grab another chain of some sort. Let's just put some Pokemon back in. At this point, I don't think I need Devo Sprays, and actually using or trying to go for Devo Spray could probably lose me the game since he can just take the knockout on the Sableye. So let's grab Aggron, Laron, and either Laron or Aggron. Let's grab a Aggron. I'm just trying to put more Pokemon back in the deck. He already two-shots me, so I can just add more Pokemon. Doesn't really matter at this point. And I can, I guess, end my turn. I guess I'll attach just to get out of my hand. Now I'll end turn. I'm down to 6 cards, which means I have 10 cards total. I do not want to end him, because my chances of winning is based on decking him out from 5. And if he has an N, he gets to put back in like 10 cards and only have 1. He also can just play the board from there, which isn't a big deal. Unfortunately, that's a problem. Switch, and then he can retreat back into Empoleon, start attacking again. Like I said earlier, he two-shots me, and now I don't have a chance of getting Confusion. And he has to catch her. So that's game. He catches out the lone Aggron. He has his own N, so he is pretty safe from being decked. As you can see there, he ends himself down to 1. Doesn't matter. He takes the last prize, wins the game. This is the biggest flaw of the Aggron deck. If they have a consistent attacker, cheap attacker, something along those lines, such as Empoleon, they can actually just take the 6 prizes. Still, very close game, very good game, and I've been Luxter. Hope to see you next time.